Hey peeps, we are back. We are talking Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup, Season 3, Episode 59. Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks. So this episode picks up with Puppy and Amber. It's been a few days since they went to the bridal shop, so Amber is looking for Puppy. It turns out she goes over to Puppy's house and Puppy's not home. Puppy hasn't been answering any phone calls from her or her mom, Kathy, so Amber believes that Puppy and Eric may have possibly gone on the run. And I can't really blame her for thinking that because Puppy has not been the most mature about this situation, and Eric is a total loser, so I totally understand it. You know, he is promoting that they should just go on the run, which makes absolutely no sense. Luckily, Puppy does show up, and Amber tries to convince her that she definitely needs to turn herself in, or at the very least, reach out to her parole officer or the chief of probation officers or parole officers and see if there's any way that she can get this settled.
It's urgent that I talk to you, trying to resolve my warrant today. I sent it. She actually texted me back. She said, I spoke with my chief and assistant chief. They both agree the only way to resolve your warrant is to turn yourself into custody. Oh God, I gotta go to jail.
Well, that was good to see. So now she's actually growing up and trying to make some mature decisions that are good for her. So she does say that she's afraid that she's gonna lose Eric, but I'm thinking, girl, you're better off if he's gone with somebody else. Let him be someone else's problem. You know, so she decides that she's gonna go ahead and turn herself in, and Amber offers her a drink. And I say to myself, Amber, no ma'am, get her in the car and head over there before she changes her mind. Amber says, well, just finish your drink, you know. So they get in the car and they're headed over to turn herself in. And she's got the red Solo cup. I said, well, way to go, honey. Be drunk when you get there. She's kind of upset because she says she could have handled all of this. It's going to be worse now because she waited for such a long time. She could have handled all this a lot sooner. And I thought to myself, listen, how many times did Amber tell you that? The day your parole officer or probation officer went over to your house and your mom's friend answered the door and said that you didn't live there, you could have handled all of that day. But you decided to act like a child. Instead of facing up to your issues, you tried to dodge and weave. The thing is now she's in the car, they're on their way over to turn herself in, and she's thinking, oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose Eric. What about my mom? My mom is not healthy. My mom needs me. But my thing is this, your mom needed you before all this. Why is it that every time that you are either in jail or about to go back to jail, you finally start thinking about your mama? You should have thought about her before you left her there, unhealthy, alone, to live with this loser with bad compression stockings. I'm just saying, you're doing too much. Then out of nowhere, this woman decides that she can't do it. She can't do it. Right when they're right out in front of the jail or the police station or wherever they were. She decides she can't do it, and she wants Amber to stop the car so that she can drive and they can leave. This is a dumb decision and a long line of dumb decisions, and I'm just over it. Go to jail. Go to jail. Let this be done so that you can get out and live a decent, healthy life. And get rid of Eric at the same time. And we, TV and Love After Lockup people, let this be the last season for Puppy and Amber. Shawn and Sarah.
I'm pregnant.
He has 6 and maybe he doesn't want 7. I don't want to be another one of Shawn's bitter baby mamas.
She pregnant by him. The man that has 6 children. Are you kidding me?
Now, honey, listen. There is no way that I would have ever had the sex with Shawn, period. But if I was Sarah and I did have the sex with Shawn, there is no way that I would not have the condom. What? We would always be having the condom. An IUD, a little birth control pills, a little spermicide, something. Why would you want to have the 8th child with this dude? And first of all, let me also say this. Don't you dare call Kelly a bitter baby mama. She said bitter baby mamas. Well, Kelly is one mom. She is one lady with 6 kids that he does not take care of, allegedly. I mean, girl, bye. Girl, bye. Kelly has every right to be bitter, but she doesn't come off as bitter to me. She comes off as somebody who is level-headed, rational, and responsible. She's taking care of those kids. Okay? Listen, her mama is devastated. Her mom, I am with her when she says, you don't even know him. You have not had a chance to get out here and try to straighten out your life. You haven't decided if you're going to go to school, get a job. You just moved in and started shacking up with this dude who flew halfway across the country for some girl that he just met in jail and left his 6 kids behind after he just got engaged to some other woman from jail who was an absolute nightmare. And it felt a little deja vu-ish because didn't we watch Destiny take a pregnancy test earlier in the season? We did, which means he was having the unprotected sex with Destiny too. That trash box. I can't believe I just called this woman a trash box. Excuse me. I apologize. Usually I don't do stuff like that. But of course we know current times. She is fully pregnant and they are fully married, which is a big old mistake if you ask me. But it's not none of my business. Anyway, moving on. On to John and Christiana. And everybody knows I love Christiana. John, not so much. Anyway, I found out after last week's episode with Christiana at her job, you know, with them making the sandwiches, crying and hugging and everything with no hair nets or gloves, Christiana has lost her job. Allegedly, she lost her job because they said they didn't appreciate her being a reality star, which makes no sense to me. Because you had to know she was a reality star when you allowed them cameras into your facility to record. That's some kind of lie. Maybe it was the feedback or all the people all over social media talking about the restaurant and the no glove situation. I'm pretty sure the health department has laws, rules, and regulations about making food without having a hairnet or gloves. I'm just saying, I don't want anybody laughing and joking, talking and, you know, crying over my sandwich. Anyway, it turns out that John's sister has reached out to him. And I said at first, oh, that's different. He says that he hadn't seen her in anywhere from 15 to 20 years. And I said, well, this is odd. Out of 15 to 20 years, she's never reached out to you. Now, all of a sudden, you're on a reality TV show and it's time for this reconnection. United and it feels so good. Okay. I think somebody is searching for their 15 minutes of fame. But anyway, we find out that John was raised pretty much on a meth farm. His daddy had a meth lab in their house. And I said, well, that puts the puzzles together, right? The puzzles fit. John looks like he's been around the meth. Anyway, it turns out that his daddy was a shady, nasty, disgusting type of person. The worst kind of parent. His father somehow hooked the sister up with meth. And all of a sudden she became addicted to meth and ended up losing their children. I mean, this really sucks. Well, she obviously got her kids back because she showed up with her 5 children, her boyfriend, and her mom. They had a really good time. John also did some sort of naming ritual that is part of their Native American custom, which is very interesting. I really do love to learn about other people's cultures. There was a lot of smoke going around and these kids were around, especially the little small baby, and I thought, maybe the kids shouldn't have been around all that, but I don't know. Christiana was very happy for John and his family, and she looked really excited for John, but you could tell that she absolutely misses her sister. And the thing for me is John knows that he told Tara to stay away from them. And the fact that he's just allowing her and her mom to suffer trying to figure out why Tara hasn't reached out to them without him just telling them the truth, telling them that he told her to stay away, it really pisses me off. So the next thing you know, you see John at home and he is having a full-fledged fit.
What the I don't go to work, she's just gone. Wine glass on the table. She knows she's not supposed to drink on parole. I don't know what the God.
Where's Christiana?
I don't know.
When's the last time you talked to her?
I haven't talked to her since yesterday while I was at work. I've called her like 45 times. Her mom's tried to call her, nothing. Yeah, she's got her bag and she's got her purse.
Okay, so first of all, I don't think it's a good idea to talk about the wine on camera, knowing that she's not allowed to have alcohol while she's on probation. Then you brought up that you're pretty sure that she's with her sister down in Dubuque and that she's relapsed. I wouldn't say that either on TV, knowing that her parole people, they know that she's on this show. And I'm sure that they watch it from time to time. This dude is so pissed off that she has left. He's been trying to call her. Her mom's been trying to call her. Instead of him actually going off to try to find his wife, or at least just calming down for a second to try to figure things out, he starts throwing all of her possessions into trash bags and hurling the trash bags out into the front yard. Who does that? Who does that? Now, my thing is this. I am absolutely hoping that Christiana has gone somewhere just to clear her mind and that she is still clean and sober. I am rooting for you, Christiana, like nobody's business. I really adore Christiana. I want nothing but the best for her. I want her to be there, strong, sober, and clean, not just for herself, but for her son and her mom, her marriage, and for her sister. Your sister is going through something. Allegedly, your brother is a bit of an addict and he's in jail and you're online trying to get pen pals for your brother. Listen, you got to stay sober, Christiana. You deserve to live a happy, healthy life. And I appreciate that his friend Carrie came over and Carrie had a conversation with him and he says, listen, you can't just throw all of her stuff outside and throw away your marriage. You married her through the pipe. And I remember they had that Native American ceremony and it was through the pipe. And I thought, at first when he said through the pipe, I said, don't say through the pipe. But I know what he meant. Anyway, he tells him that when you marry somebody through the pipe, you marry them through thick and thin. You can't just give up on this marriage. He also lets John know that you don't know any of the facts. You don't know if she's down in Dubuque. You do not know if she has relapsed. You don't know anything. So what you need to do is calm down. He also let John know that he needs to be upfront and honest in a marriage. You lied to this woman about telling Tara not to come to that wedding. And he says, I think that you're more afraid that she's down in Dubuque talking to Tara and Tara is down there telling her the truth. And I'm starting to think to myself, why did Christiana just up and leave? Is it possible that she spoke to Tara and Tara told her what John did? Is it possible that John actually did have the sex with Tara and Christiana left for that reason? I think that John knows a whole lot more and he's not saying. John, you're a liar and you're not helping Christiana with her sobriety by keeping the truth from her. Do better, John. Then we go to Lacey and Shane. Now let me tell you something. Enough. Okay? Enough, WeTV. Enough, Love After Lockup. Let this be it. Okay, so Lacey says that she's feeling really stupid because she really thought that Shane could take care of her and her children. And even though he's young and fresh out of prison, I said, wait a minute, you wanted this 23-year-old to take care of a household of 6, fresh out of prison. Okay, I have to agree with you, ma'am. You are a little stupid. I mean, seriously? What was he going to do legally to support a family of 6? And you really thought that he was going to be mature enough to handle being married to you? You, a toxic Betty with the terrible vocal fry. You thought that he was going to be ready and prepared to deal with you and John. I mean, really, girl, get out of here. And you know what? I've noticed that every time that you and John or you and Shane have some kind of upset, your children always end up with your daddy. What? You know what? It's time for you and Shane and John to grow up. You guys never put these kids first. You never put these kids first. If you really wanted to put these kids first, all of you would separate because you do not work well together. You would have a home with your children and some therapy. for you and the kids, Shane would be somewhere in some therapy, and John would be in a therapeutic rehab center, because y'all are all just toxic and all over the place and quite nasty. Shane had not been in jail for a good 24 hours, and you was out, as you said, doing John all night. That's nasty. You are a married woman, and you don't know where John has been, who he has been with, and if he is back on the meth. You don't know. You should have kept your butt at home with your kids and tried to make sure that they were feeling comfortable and loved. You're doing too much and not enough. Anyway, Lacey calls John. She said they didn't get any closure. Honey, I don't understand this. First of all, you cheated on him. Then you married Shane. You had Shane arrested. You also had John arrested. What closure do you need? Listen, all of these relationships should have been closed a long, long time ago. Stop this. We see John in his car on his way to the beach to meet Lacey, and he's saying how she's so evil and he don't know what's up or down. He can't let her go, you know, on and on and on. Buddy, listen, you need to let her go the same way you need to let go of meth. She is toxic, so is meth. She is not good for you. You are not good for her, and neither is meth. Okay? All three of you need to go your separate ways. Try a little growing the hell up. Try to grow up, get some therapy, and learn how to co-parent. Try everyone getting a real legitimate job and the hell off of WeTV. I have had it. I am so sorry. I absolutely know that I have been extremely rude here, peeps, but I can't stand it. The only people that need to be protected in this situation are those children. Focus on those kids and stop acting like idiots. I've had it. Then we go to Brittany and Ray. Honey, I'm going to start out by saying I've had it with Brittany. Girl, you are just too much to handle. You are too much to handle. This whole thing, they on a vacation. Girl, you are 30-something. You on vacation, okay? You're on a couple's trip. You are not on a vacation at 30-some years old. Grow up a little, okay? And this whole thing with her, I'm paying for it. We know. You think we don't? We know. Ray has been out of jail for 3 months. We have seen you look at his paycheck. We know that he owes $140-some thousand in restitution. We know you paying for everything. Goodness gracious, I just can't.
You know what? I'm gonna go see if I'm ovulating right now. Guess what, baby? I'm ovulating, which means sex the whole entire trip. It's fancy, right, baby?
Yeah, it's nice. It's really look real nice.
This is how I celebrate my birthday in Brittany fashion. Oh, look, honey. I'm paying for it. Y'all can tell me if I'm reaching. I mean, I think he might propose or something. You think so?
Really?
Already?
It's been a long time. I am 100% confident that Ray is gonna propose to me tonight.
We've been together for a while. And, you know, I just want to show my appreciation. You've been there for me through everything. So I have something for you. I want to give you this.
It's too much pressure. It's too much pressure. I want to be married. I want to have babies. Oh my gosh, I want a big ring. I want to travel all over the place. I want to do this. I want to do this. Well, you need a different man. Ray is not ready for all of this. Ray is not stable enough for all of this yet. The man has not been out of jail for 3 years. He's been out of jail for 3 months. And listen, I didn't love that red dress. I absolutely did not love that red dress. And did anybody else think that all of them was dressed like 2004? I don't know. I just wasn't ready for it. And I just am pissed off that they left off without Ray showing the promise ring. You know, she done got all of her friends hyped up. She getting engaged. He gonna ask me, oh, we getting engaged. No, you getting a promise. But you know what? I am absolutely looking forward to seeing next week's episode. And I am also extremely thankful that next week's episode is the season finale. Oh, I cannot. And I am telling you now, WeTV, season 4 of Love After Lockup, you better not bring back Amber and Puppy, Lacey and Shane, or Marcelino and Brittany. Okay, please leave those 3 couples off. Jeez. Anyway, peeps, I have been absolutely rude and a little bit petty and shady. Sorry, peeps, but they've really gotten to me. It's episode 59. I'm a little pissed about that many episodes too. Anyway, you guys, get down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.